Hey, everybody. He who persists here again, persisting once more, as I always do. Okay, I can't remember anything from last time. It's like I am born anew and dropped into this strange world saying, improve it. Well, that could mean a lot of things. I too played all sorts of city builders as a kid, and I understand well that improvement sometimes takes a destructive form. But that's probably not what we're doing today. So we don't have science. Why is that? Someone explain this to me. Why is science not going again? I don't get it. We don't have cotton gut products. Cotton gut products is jammed with everybody else right here trying to get super alloy. Super alloy is not being made because, looks like we just had a delivery and we have everyone who isn't at super alloy is over here. This is an enormous amount of Nexelit backlog. That guy wants almost an entire shipment. It's like, this is going to be tough, friends. Are we at least making it? Okay, this guy's coming. That's a good sign, unless he wants more. No, he's coming. Okay, so we are producing Nexelit. Don't I have this on my list? Investigate Nexelit, speed everything. Alright, I understand. My purpose has become clear. We are using high-grade Nexelit, and the only way to go is to... Oh, wait a second. We have a Nexelit tier we can go up. Oh, hold the phone, friends. Right now, we are just producing we're just smelting the high-grade Nexelit. I think maybe that might be a little too valuable for what we're doing. We have a plan. Suddenly, the world coalesces around something I can understand. Alright, so right now we take one high-grade Nexelit and make 17 molten Nexelit. Instead we can reduce it. That's 6 to 1. What's 6 times 17? That's 102, right? I'm too dumb right now. 6 times 17 is in fact 102. Okay, maybe not as stupid as I think. So this is 102 molten Nexelit going in to make the power cube right here. And then, we need to make this anyway. It's part of Terrible Thing. Alright, and then we smelt it to 164, so it's like 50% more Nexelit, which is good, and we have to do it for Terrible Thing. Alright. Okay, let's go grab a whole pile of direct reduction plants. And then try to size this. It's going to cost diesel. It's going to cost some other stuff. It's worth it. 50% increased. 50% more to use Path of Exile terms. 50% more Nexelit on top of what we have. True more, not endgame more, when you stacked 400% and you get all excited about another 20 and then it doesn't do anything for you. So how many of these guys are we gonna need? Let's figure that out. Keep in mind, we can do all sorts of tricks here. Alright, so first off, this is 4 seconds. We're not gonna need many of these at all. This eats 1.3 a second. 1.5, excuse me. And how many of these are we making? I don't know. There's a weird bifurcation. We make 100 pulp and 100 solid. Okay, let's add this up. This is 150. This is 600 of each, assuming everything falls through. And then 600 of each. What's our recipe? Let's do some math. This takes... It's the ratio we want, right? It's 25 to 1. So if we have 600, and then it goes to that, we're obviously making 24 a second. That looks roughly correct, considering they're stacked. And then right here, the next ratio is 25 to 1, so it's another 24. So we are making, just call it 50. 50 of these high-grade Nexelits every second. That's kind of bad because now we need more of these. So if we're at 50 divided by 1.5, we're going to need 33 of these guys. But we have modules stacked yay onto heaven. And we have to do a couple things. Okay, let's think carefully. A task we are not proficient at. We gotta be careful not to clip absolutely everything. Again, allow me to restate. A task we are not proficient at. There. And we just have to build around that. And so what we want in is to get those guys in. Oh, it's only 4 seconds, but it's only crafting speed 1. That is pain. Okay. Starting at crafting speed 1 is in fact an enormous frowny face. And I don't like doing this because there's a delicate balance between everything. I want to, in theory, speed everything above me. Like, everything above me can get very, very, very much faster. But I suppose it's easy to rebuild this side, not the other side. All right, so right now, we are now eating at 65. No, 16.5. Okay, thank you. So, to devour all that there is, not quite all that there ever was, but definitely all that there is, in present tense, we have this. This will take care of everything we have today. No statement, guarantees, warranties, or insinuations are being made about tomorrow. But for right now, this is okay, friends. Do we have diesel around here? Diesel is just used in the happy cubes, huh? And we're going to be needing a lot of happy cubes. How much diesel do you drink? Quite a lot. That has to be a pipeline. So this, in theory, is enough to cover everything. Why is it? Oh, it's a massive concentration step. All right, so let's just say we're going to do this. We're going to experiment. We're going to explore the space. In fact, we're going to do the rare and beautiful double line. Like this. No. Okay, never mind. We are going to do the rare and beautiful. I said we are going to do the rare and beautiful double line. All right. And so we are now going to endeavor to bring in sodium sulfate, gating it in like the Lich Kings we are. This is kind of uncomfortable. This is exceptionally uncomfortable, actually. Well, I'm going to have to move that over. There's nothing for it. Okay, accepted. So, like, right there. And then just grab all you. And yes, I clipped that line. I see that. No need to shout. Even though if you don't shout, I will absolutely not hear. Alright, so we have this persisting, that persisting. And we're going to have this come through here, come down, come onto there. And then we're going to... Where does slurry come from? Slurry comes from right here. Are you pleased? I am, actually. And you tune into that. Just so nice. So nice. So broken, in fact. So very endgame. So nice we get to deal with this at this point. All right. And so we're not going to complete this, but there's your sulfate, good sirs. I hope you enjoy the special delivery. All right, so there's our ingredients that happen to not be diesel. Well, we kind of can't do what we just did. And keep in mind, this can be sped a bit more. And we have to get the supporting structure. All of this is true. Alright, so right there, you go there, you go there, and you go there, and that looks like a pleasant design, doesn't it? And now we have to haul diesel out here, and we're going to have to need... Wait, didn't we do this for chrome? Did we not do this for chrome? Oh, you needed light oil. Okay. Did we implement this anywhere else? I kind of don't think we did. We researched this tech and went, cool, bro, and just let it sit. Alright, so let's go get diesel. I don't trust biofluid to bring enough. I don't think it can, especially if I want to ever make it go more. As much as I love biofluid and have spent quite a lot of time working on it, and will spend more time working on it tonight, mark my words. I have burned my way through many other projects, and now it is clear for me to proceed on biofluid. Kind of happy to do that. Okay, stop doing that. It has been sitting idle for a while. I have not found any more stuck caravans. That is pretty strong evidence that okay, it is incidental evidence. You cannot say we have a conclusion based on the monkey not having observed a problem. This has failed us repeatedly in the past. Luckily, I have actual diagnostic tools now. Oh, we can't get through here. So I can evaluate definitively if there are any stalled caravans anywhere on the map. And if there are, I will go and fix them. And I will try to figure out what's wrong with the code again. But I'm hoping that there are none, and that the last fix baked in over the... Look at all these pipes. All right, we're here though. This is where we wanted to be. Where do we have diesel? Oh, right there. Just literally right there. I'm probably making a redundant line. I probably could have made this shorter. I probably should repent for all the wrongs I have committed over my life. But we're not going to think about that at all. Instead, we're just going to make sure that this line is nice and tidy. Look how easy it is just to drag this all across. Half of that is multi-purpose pipe. Half of that is because I left vias everywhere. Good. Good and good and good and good. And now we get our sulfate in. And I think you are cleared to go, good sir. And we're just going to kind of take over from here, right? Like when the grand switch happens. We will no longer go under the wormhole. We will go around. We will arc down like that. And it will be a new way of doing things. So that's at production right now. But it's so very nice. I know I'm saying this over and over again. But it does not stop being true. Where is blue pressure pump? I'm sorry, I'm having one of those icon blindness moments. Do I not have pressure pump on me anymore? I used to always keep pressure pump on me. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Sorry, that was indeed icon blindness. And now, the most noble pressure pump. No, don't do that. Compressing the air. 600 a second, 1200 a second. That's enough for one of those guys. Noted. So we have this problem will be addressed using the only language we know. And that is the language of the 5-5 beacon. There we go. One of these can now provide all of them. So we will just go with that for the moment. You will be the hardest working pressure pump ever. Okay. You're now ready to go. You're now ready to go. You're now ready to go. Let the circus commence. Here. And you take that. Just chomp through it. Chomp, 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 chomp. All right. So we now have our... What I don't like about this is that we have so much speeding potential up here. And we don't have that here. Oh, that's a problem. That's for you. Because we're already deploying the 5-5s. I may have to... Well, I guess if we ever get to that point, I can just play wormhole games. It won't be pretty, but it will work. There we go. And now both sides. We get to hear both sides of the argument. And chunk, a chunk, a chunk. Yeah, easily covering everything. Chunk, a chunk, a chunk, a chunk, a chunk. Alright, we sized it appropriately. Now we have to wait until all of these cubes pass through the system. And then we upgrade this guy to use next level. So we actually arrived just in time. No, never mind. That might just be just in time. Now we have the gap, and then we have the super cubes coming. Aren't you excited to see the super cubes? I'm actually fairly excited about this entire process. We're gonna need a whole lot less of these guys, and that's a good thing. Alright, I want you to do this. Yes. And there it goes. Then all of you, once you settle, and you're no longer active. And when you're no longer active, oh, these guys are way backed up down this spork. What are you doing here? What is that doing there? Why is this? What has become of you? What is this chaos? None of that makes sense. Alright. When you're done, you get upgraded. Okay, and they still float through. So we're going to have like a combo situation here for a little while until this is worked through. That's okay, though. This is pumping, and this actually makes a lot of Nexelit. So, yeah, this is going to be a problem, but maybe all of these guys are ready. No, they're not. Okay, never mind. I'll just walk away now. Don't pay any attention to me. Alright, so this guy is now producing 227 Nexelit a second, which is solid times 10 from what we are accustomed to. That's pretty nifty, I gotta tell you. We have to leave this going until it clears out. Unfortunate, but true. This is a good backstop. Even if everything clogs, it will eventually get over here. And once it gets over here, that's going to be more than enough processing power. Let's take a look at a happy graph now. Molten Nex. Alright, so in the before time, 45k a minute. And then, of course, the troubles struck us. And we had to suffer through this. And the suffering, as you can see, the arcs of suffering here, the curves of suffering. And now we return to what was normal, the world that we knew before. And now it looks like we're at 65, which is about 50% more. Hopefully that is used for the power of good. Like, these guys all need this stuff right now. Nexelit right here is needed everywhere. The factory needs all of this. We're not pressurized at all. I wonder if I should be worried about hot air not being full pressurized. Here, let's worry, right? That's what we're here for. Let's go look at the source. No, it's full pressurized here, so there's just a pipe differential across the system. Pressure loss over time. Completely normal. Happens to lots of factories. What I am looking for is a mystery. No, it's right here. So we have to let this eat through. We have to let this eat through, and we probably don't need to do anything, frankly. It will eventually equilibrate, but we have to come back here, and it's this inner branch that has a lot of this refined, high-class Nexelit coming through. I don't want it to get stuck, so we're going to have to come back. Okay, so we've accomplished this. Good for us, right? And so how does this affect Nexelit Timmy alloy, which is right here? Nexelit Timmy alloy is going again. Huzzah. And it's from a wormhole? It is from a wormhole. So it's getting it directly. So let's take a look at that. Nexelit antimony alloy. Very peaky. A lot of satiation happening immediately. So it was at 1.3, and now it's at 1.3 again, and probably solid. All right, here, we're going to upgrade this to check on, and then also check on Nexelit. We're going to let that sit for a while, and then we will review, and with the power of our review, we will determine whether or not this task is truly done. There's never any better way to do this, huh? Kind of sad. Kind of wish there was. These guys still chonking through it. Alright, our work here is done. We should move on to something else. This is honestly a fantastic improvement. A giant win for the factory as a whole. We can all be proud of what we've done this day, except we're low on diesel now. Okay. It's kind of good. That was a key hover, I think. How are diesel supplies? Poor. Really poor. Alright, so we're going to need more diesel. We have not enough aromatics here. And we're really slow. So we have second order problems. Right. So these aromatics, are you on main aromatic line? Do we have a general aromatic problem right now? I really hope not. These are cursed words from long ago. What is this? We're out of fish oil? Oh, that's terrifying. Because that's a lot of stuff right there. Yeah. Yeah, we are. We are completely out of fish oil. Why? No seaweed. Why? No deluxe fish food. Why? No fish? Oh no, it's a cycle. Shove that out of my mind for a moment. We have to write this down though. Fish oil, circular Circular dependency. Okay. Okay, let's try to focus as the escalation, the panic level of today's session rises by another tick. We don't like seeing the ticks going up. It makes us feel things. We are not happy with this. Where's the aromatic bin? I know we have one. Do we have one? Of course we have one. This was made back when I had discipline. How is it even conceivable I do not see an aromatic bin? Oh, it's way down here for some reason. Aromatics are full up. Okay. Diesel is an epiphenomenon. It is but the seeming of things. We have all of the aromatics we could ever want. It merely means that our friend diesel generators down there, diesel producers, are not taking aromatics from the right place. Let's get ahead of our problem that's coming. May actually have hit. Let's not think about that. Again with the bad thoughts. I think it's 5. Let's go upgrade diesel production, and then let's correct the oversight. Calling it an error, calling it a defect is really, really insulting. So let's just correct the little oversight right here. Did I not? Oh, I got multi-purpose crackers. Ah! Okay. Icon blindness strikes again, friends. This is a tragedy. This is terrible. This is an embarrassment to my entire family line. Not only did I do it wrong, it was captured forever here on the internet. It can be fed in to a model that will then use we'll just call them defects at this point. There's no room being polite, to fully capture the experience of being me. Not only the glories, small and fleeting as they are, but also the daily cost, the daily mental and emotional toll from being me and screwing up ever so frequently. All right, so we have extra speed. These need to be speeded even more, I think. Here, let's just do our standard piano. Here, friends, that's for you. All right, that is certainly enough diesel. It is in no way enough aromatics. So, this is, on this side of the line, all the aromatics. On this side of the line, not enough aromatics. That's because this guy right here, super duper ambitiously, thought I will only take from this producer. It is after all only diesel. Yeah, let's do this. It consumes a valuable line though. And we're on the belt. Ew, we're touching the walkway. Why? Okay, we actually only need to get into this point? No. Wait, what is going... Oh, did I pull it off already? Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. That was me. Sorry. Enormous confusion. Source, me. So we're going to do this. And we're going to correct this error too. No doubt I am also causing problems. But we're not touching the walkway anymore. That was completely unacceptable. Now we have clipped this guy. This guy's going to need some aromatics. This guy needs to be folded into the new way. Why don't I? 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 Why do I not just pull this all the way back to here? You see what I just did there? No. Wait. And then this guy, you slip right there. Oh, and I messed it up. Okay. Maybe there's some reasons why I don't do this. All right. Okay. Maybe there are several reasons why I don't do this. There. Do we have any aromatics here? Good, we don't. Okay. Stay calm. Stay with me. As I struggle, as I once again ook my way through a problem. The monkey sees a problem and slowly ooks his way through it. All right. Right there. Aromatics being pumped out. Kinda. And these waste aromatics? I guess not. No. This is primary aromatics. This is correct. This, however, is now on the other side of the line, and we're suddenly happy. Look, we get to experience happiness again. And then we reconnect this line, and you get all of the aromatics too. Now what's your problem? Now we're full up on diesel. This is the exact phenomena I wanted to see. Okay, so all this. I wonder if there happens to be a small valve anywhere in the diesel pipeline. Because that would be terrible. And then this is all in, and that is all in. Okay, and then you are not pumping because you're full up because you are only topping up aromatics. Aromatics are kind of falling on this line. I probably should have checked to make sure this was correct. It looks like we're taking from a feeder line instead of a producer line, which is less of a sin than that which I did before. But mistake me not, that is a sin as well. Right here. Is there such a line? Well, there is one right there. How about we fix that too before we leave? Just like that. And then like that. And then I want you to be underflow, I guess. Is that what we want? Is there such a thing as waste diesel? Let's check this line and then judge. No, this just goes directly in. No, and then there's this line. There may be such a thing as waste diesel. I'm worried that this flow is going to be insufficient because it's limited on 20%. But it seems to be going pretty well right now. All right, we have to evaluate the aromatic problem. Well, that's stuck at 40, and that is a number of... it's a brave and auspicious number. Naphtha's fine. We are probably low on this. Probably. Is there any other way to make diesel? I know we can make it, we can grow it. Right there. And that's probably pretty good. That looks bad. That looks terrible. That's probably usable, except it's a circular dependency. This looks really good, frankly. I have the naphtha, so it's not, I don't have to care about that. Alright. That's all good. This is about the best we can do. Alright, let's roll this back, and then we will begin formally panicking again. Because fish oil stopped a long time ago, and that's gonna... I believe the story there is going to be thus. Listen to my wisdom. Once upon a time, we observed the circular dependency between fish and fish oil, and we decided to prioritize fish food, to take the fish first. I'm going to just venture a little guess here, and it stopped. Now it's no longer stopped. A little guess that maybe, just maybe, we applied this preferencing dynamic to fish food and then neglected to do it with deluxe fish food, leading to the inevitable situation we find ourselves in today. All right, let's go figure that out. Now that we have walked better Nexelit all the way back, and we have some confidence that it will stay up. That used to be the center of my life, that little area down there. Aramid fiber is doing great. The new recipe is in, and I get to stop thinking about it. It's all I want, friends, to have the freedom to forget. Alright, so fish food has no fish either. Fishing noises. Alright. Do I wormhole size this? Everything is stuck. We have to think through our logistics right here and try to figure out whether or not... I think we've undone that thing that we said we just did. Because no one is taking the fish to preference it here. This isn't preferenced fish. This is just fish. And so we are in competition with one another. And so this is kind of an inevitable jam. How are we going to fix this? Like, even in just the short term. How much of this is on wormhole? Do I do that? Well, first off, obvious things, right? And then obvious things, right? Do I? Okay, yeah, we just go nuts. Then we do the obvious thing again. Okay, look. And now it is going nowhere even faster. Congratulations to us, right? But we're now at 90% prod. So what we need is a delivery for here. And we need this guy. Okay. Is that you? Looks like it might be you. Yes, it's actually you. Here, I want you to get yourself substantially out of line so I can find you again. You only need 200 fish. So I guess I'm going to send you all the way up to the fish bin. And you will be preferenced by loading here. That's where you're getting that fish from. And this should honestly probably be the first thing you do. So that will eventually tick forward. However, we have not dealt with the problem, which we have given ourselves with the wormhole. Because keep in mind, we have lost a little bit when we did this. Because we have given up some preferencing. Like, that fish used to go first to fish food and then to everything else, but now it's everything else on top of everything else. Though I don't think... Okay. Well, okay. Also, we do this. Because I'm pretty sure we have a lot more at this point. And we can throw these around like they're nothing. Anyway, you're going at good speed. Yeah, this is all going good. But are there any more wormholes that use fish? Let's run a test, friends. We can do this, right? This is legal. I could also just leave this exactly like it is. And hopefully it will fix itself in a matter of hours. So we have this guy right here. He has his fish. And eventually he's going to make it to here. And eventually this is going to become what? It is 2 fish for 5 food. So it's going to be like 2 fish to 10 food. And he's got 200 fish. So it's going to be like 2,000 of this stuff. It's going to flow in here. And then this dinosaur, we only have a small dinosaur. Oh, you're almost full. You go right now. And then that guy will drop. This guy will drop. And then these guys will get to go again, and that will start fish production. Because we don't have a fish food problem right now. That's probably because the wormhole is very, very greedy. The wormhole gets to grab before the caravans grab, because of how ticks work and also because of how the slow queue works. So. 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 Then they'll get the seaweed, then they'll get the food, and then the entire clog will dissolve, right? Let's downgrade that concern to a watch level concern. Here, let's do that. Watch. Check. No, watch. It's less critical. On the scale, it's like emergency, critical emergency, problem, watch, check on, erase. That's the levels of the factory problem scale. I noticed that, well, I did see science blip on for a second there. So let's not watch Nexelit yet. It's not time. Let's go look on Yadol's. We have a check on Yadol's tag right here. And I think this is us just fussing with proportions of items on the belt. Now we need more biomass. Now we need more urea, I guess. Didn't we just do that? Are we having trouble delivering? Do we need... we're having trouble delivering right there? Alright, so we gotta have to check on that in person. And this will, of course, not eliminate Yadol's from the checklist because we have taken an action that refreshes the cooldown on the Yadol concern counter. We're kind of dense, huh? Why would I put more biomass in when there's clearly more biomass coming around? This is actually the real problem right here. We should actually audit all of these. I wonder if this guy would do better if it was on the other side. Are we painting this side of the belt too heavy? Don't know. That's good. You're good. You are slowly climbing towards good. I should probably leave this alone. I should probably leave this alone as well. Why aren't you putting more on? Oh, because drop just happened. Okay. 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 Sorry I got angry. Sorry I got angry. And then if we go look at Yadol graph. Yadol. Yadol. That's very steady. That's pleasant to look at. So we were at 1.3 before, and now we are at a steady 1.8. That's not what I would expect having doubled everything. You should be going. You should be waking up. Wake up. Now. He's in the slow queue. He'll get here in a second. There he goes. See? That's the price of efficiency. In that we are locally slow, but ultimately very fast. Overall, the factory is faster, so it is a situation I am willing to endure. I may want to put one of these on the other side of the belt. There. Are you actually on the other side? It's so hard to tell. Yeah, there we go. We got urea on both sides now. And in my inventory. Oh, wonderful. Alright, we're gonna keep that on watch. So I guess the next thing now is to go look at Nexelit again. I'm assuming everything's fine there. I should actually appear in person, because I'm going to have to redo recipes, and that's going to eject material if I'm not careful. So, just remember, kids, there's no substitute for showing up. I know we like to tell everything. Trust me, just show up. Alright, so this is good. Diesel is not quite totally pressurized. Oh, now we have aromatics problems for real now. Oh. Alright, let's go look at the great sources of aromatics in the factory. Right here. And you are wiggling along, and you can be improved. Greatly improved, actually. Because we can put another Mark II on it, Mark III on it, rather, and then also Mega Prod it. Then we also do this. Oh, this can be different. There's lots of... Okay, so we need what? 6. And then... 7. We need 13 DDs. Alright, so this is not done yet. This also does not get bumped off the watch list. Let's take a look at aromatics. Aromatics. That which smells good. That's looking pretty peaky. It's hard to get us a flat graph with so many different sources and so many different ways of making it. But that looks very close to max. So let's go push this back down. Try to get ahead of the next crisis. Funny idea, but it's real. Try to solve the next crisis before it happens. Wow. Tremendous applause. Actually, I'm going to do the other one first. The one that's all stuffed up down by Renea. Now, the problem is this is going to go away once Renea kicks in. Sorry. I saw the white puffy thing. The cotton ball of fate. And got all excited. That is not where we were going. Instead, we are down here, and we're trying to make the best of it. Alright, friends. You know what's about to happen. Oh, you're already at level 3. And you. We're going at full production. Don't worry about speed, friends. There is a solution coming just behind. So I guess this wants to be a 4. I could put in 5 5s. How are we doing on power? Low compared to what we have been recently. That's exactly where I'll want to put it. Don't do that. Alright, let's just do 5 5s. Let's just turn it up all the way, right? That is the rational way to go through this process. There, right there, is your max speed. Alright, you are now producing a lot of aromatics every second. And you guys, you also desire the power. And, oh, alright, this just gets pulled up. This is almost certainly good enough, right? Having these 4 just pump along as hard as they can. And this is super slow, and it also probably doesn't matter very much. Here, let's not. Let's be complete. There. Now, this is leading to a momentary surge in aromatics because we're working our way through this lignin. And this lignin is going to stop because eventually this will start again. What are we waiting for now? Growth factor. Growth factor isn't going because pineal gland. And pineal gland is not going because this isn't here. No, wait. This should be going. This should be all... Everyone's surgery. No, we don't have enough alien bacteria. All right. Okay. And alien bacteria is, like I said, too precious to use on Yadals at this point. It's actually being made. That guy just dropped, and now he's going away, and this guy just dropped. So that's Nexelit. All right. We're climbing our way out of our Nexelit hole here. Meanwhile, we have another facility to upgrade. And maybe I have to compensate for this by making better diesel. Where are we going right now? 200 a second. We're not always going. This is going to be painful. In fact, we're only going to do that because I sense I'm running low again. And then, of course, I want to make it go faster. But we're stuck in right here. I suppose I could do this. And that will kind of make it work. Alright, fine. We do this. I don't like how some is slipping by. That is pumping a lot of aromatics into the system right now. And that's gonna breach some... They're just gonna leak into the less productive areas, which is sad. All right, let's take a look at aromatics. Aromatic. What are we doing? Explain yourself. So this is definitely more than it was before. A solid 50% more. It's not gonna last. Keep in mind, we're running at a bit of a sugar high right now. But I think this has upgraded the problem to that of a note, and we know what that note is going to be. Watch aromatics. I will watch that. All right, so it's time to review again. We reviewed Yadals. It's not time to review Yadals again. Let's go take a look at the world of diesel. And are you happier now, sir? You are now full pressurized. Don't know if it's going to last. That's why we have a watch here. These guys eat a lot of aromatics. We're probably going to have to make an alternate way of doing diesel. And that's going to have to put in the phytomining and then put in another facility like this. We're doing it down here. I'm not sure why. Like, literally do not remember why we're doing this here of all places. We are making all of our kerosene from moondrops right now. We should make all of our diesel from... Let's just take a look at that. Okay, I don't know how to spell. D-E-I, D-I-E's, ill. There we go, diesel. There's this recipe right here. Cobalt. Cobalt we don't have enough of. We've established that, right? And cobalt flowers come from moondrop. And then that is... Where do we get this from? Renea? Uh-oh. Renea is kind of valuable. Anyway, let's see if we can close off Nexelit. Oh, I have to be there for that. This is going to involve reprogramming recipes. It's best to do that in person, lest you end up with clogs. So, our new area right here, pumping sufficiently. Sodium sulfate present. Wonder why the slurry is so low here. I don't want to worry about that. We don't look at it. We don't care. It's not our problem. Then right here, yes, it's time to get all of this online. I am here to help. I said I am here to help. I should check every one of these hands, right? I am here to help. Okay, that's good. Ooh, I gotta check all these hands. That is unfortunate. No, you can take that back. That's for you. Just have to make sure it's the right color cube, right? I mean, you can tell colors, right? Supposedly that's one of the things the monkey's good at, right? That's how you tell the good fruit from the rotten fruit, eh, monkey? So what's the problem? You need to give me that. You need to give me that. This is why we do it in person. This is why we bother to show up. I think this entire area is obsolete because it's so much more efficient up there now. All right, how we doing? Nexelit strongly in stock. All right, we have solved this problem, friends. I'm not saying it isn't about to break out into another crisis. Oh no, that would be a foolish thing to say. But I am going to say this can be taken off watch. Great. Now, let's go see if fish is being made. Way up here. Fish. The crisis that didn't happen. All right, fish being made. Wonderful. Fish not being slaughtered because that's what happens last. And this is good for a while. Are we full up? Why aren't we going? Oh, it's because we're probably regulated at the hand level. Yes, we are regulated at the hand level. These are Fish Farm Mark IIs, so I could even upgrade these if I wanted to. These are all Fish Farm Mark IIs. Here, let's take a look. Fish. Fish. Yeah. Yeah. The Valley of the Shadow of Death, my friends. At least we caught this before it became it burnt out the buffers and caused everything to seize up. We have a chance of catching this knife right now. So, like, the problem wave hasn't hit and the solution wave has already departed. What more does one want? And we were at 3.3 before. We are above that right now. So with some luck, maybe that will actually be a proper solution. And now to look at the face of the problem, I still think we have a looming crisis with this wormhole. I fear, friends. Why don't we have any bones? Why no bones? This is now working. This is in stock. This guy's picking up. Guy's going to deliver soon. There's some in stock. Okay, that's good. Why no bones? Why no bones, good sirs? I don't see a huge problem here. Oh, it's just bones are in high demand everywhere. All right. All right, we're going to continue putting that on watch. We're going to continue putting aromatics on watch. Where are we at? Halfway through this episode. I think we're going to transition to uplifting now, which is probably just going to be an inspection run at this point. Okay. All right. Let's go take a tour with through all of our most favorite plants and animals and see where we are in the gambling portion of the episode. Hopefully Nexelit fixes it. So where we are here, we're done. We're actually for real done. We've got all the Bodos we need. So this is beautiful. All right, this is where we save the game because we're going to get close to the giant nuclear reactors again. And I really don't feel like losing my inventory to a random explosion. All right, so you, my friend, you need to... you got alien bacteria right now, so you're doing... It's the spore harvesting, right? Yes, I think. I think it's that. Yeah, alien bacteria, and then now we're going to this. So we're going to need to bring in null gas bacteria. Hey, I am not going to be pissed. It is so much better than using alien bacteria. Here, you just get pulled up. And we just have this random tank of alien bacteria right here. As I waste some of it picking up this pipe. It's just going to sit there. Alright, so we will need just growth factor, huh? And then null gas. Alright. No problems. We're starting this off really nice. Just surging out of the gate. Null gas. I want you to bring 2K for me, please. And then we're going to have a little holding tank. And then we have to do some madness. So up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go. All right. Is that the best we could have done? Probably not. So we already have special substrate coming in. And we probably have to shut this guy up. Now you are doing the Bodos breeding program. Which is not that, which is this, which is that. So we take the special spores, and we also get fuel rod 4. And so we no longer have any use for fuel rod 3. It is done. It's like, yes. Oh, it's used. No, it's not used for anything anymore. It's just fuel now. So you. Where's the other guy? This guy. You are now just done. You just empty your cargo. And then report to City Center. Report to the carousel, friends. Right there, and then wait. Do that. So that takes care of this, and these will just be cleaned out. And you will sit right here, a friendly little radioactive reminder of what we used to be. Alright, so now we have to upgrade. That we need the friendly orange fuel rod, which is used in a lot of stuff, and then also yellow cake. How much yellow cake? Quite a bit. And so, unfortunately, we're going to need a direct line. I guess I'm going to do it over here, right? How to organize this? I really don't want to blow up. We need growth factor here as well. And that comes from... Oh, this goes nowhere. So we have an extra line in. So if we make growth factor... Why is this... Oh, it's in a different line now. That's... Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Stop. Knock it off. Stop. It's not nice. So what is this? This line right here? This is the special stuff. So this doesn't get blown up. Has never been blown up. It's been damaged, I bet. And then this comes down right here, and this feeds the fuel rod and just the substrate. And so we need something else. So, okay, so we need to bring in the yellow cake on another line, and we're probably just going to do it right here, right? Okay, I accept that. That seems fine. I don't think any of this matters. I guess we get to also see how this is doing. Answer, poorly. It's doing quite poorly. We only have one right here. So Moondrop's not quite ready. Mr. Caravan, you have a job. You get to be dinosaur hungry. you get to go get yellow cake, which I don't know if we're storing it all. Yellow cake is produced right here. And is not being stored anywhere. So if I do that, that's going to be... We want a splitter there at best. Okay, hold on. I don't want it to be eating up all of the yellow cake. We have to get more uranium into the system anyway. This is starved for uranium, and I have better uranium miners. Maybe I should do that first, considering I'm shifting the balance of the system right now. And very much not in a comfortable way. There, you're now getting half. Half. I guess the whole thing's gotta be filled. This is gonna cause problems eventually, right? Okay, don't think about the problems. The problems aren't real. Demons, I tell you. Demons. So I just leave that caravan just wandering around up there? That was kind of cruel of me. I should probably correct that. Do I think I will ever get tech again? Oh, it's slowly catching up. We may, in fact, flag this by the end of the episode. In fact, I kind of think we will. So we're working right here, and we just let this... Wait a second, where'd he go? Did I pick him up and just not realizing it? Did I loot? No, I did. I lost him. He's hiding. He doesn't want to work. He's lazy. He's a slacker. I want you to go and get yellow cake. And just pull it up here, friends. And that's way up here. I just want you to fill your cargo. I want you to come right here. I want you to empty that cargo. Go and do it. So, now we're going to bring in ye old yellow cake. Kind of got a problem here. Because this is kind of a wall. Right? And I don't think we have undergrounds anywhere. So yes, this is in fact a problem. I mean, it's not a problem we cannot overcome. But, how's Bodos doing? Bodos have stopped. Explain yourself. That's no growth factor, right? No urea, which is no growth factor. Yeah, and it's on its way. Okay. That lines up. And that was no alien bacteria, and that was no Nexelit. See, he's right here. Everything's fine. It was always fine. What was I even doing? Coming here. I have to take a long... This is way too much. Take a long break soon. Not happy with this, as I am never happy about having to take long breaks. But it does have to be done. Yeah, that's well out of the blast radius. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna do that basically right now. And then I will come back in a bit. Don't worry about it. This will take yellow cake, and it will go on a sacred journey into the fast tunnel. Fast tunnels are scary. Scary tunnels are best. And these guys will be repaired. And then copy and paste. I have one of those on me? That's a mistake. And you should only be enabled when on this belt we doth see yellow cake. Yellow. Why do I have a recipe on here? I thought I turned that off because it caused me a lot of problems. Less than 6, I say. And then it will slowly float down, and that's how the yellow cake will get in. And we still have to get in the proper fuel rod. That'll happen soon. All right, I have to take a long break. I promise I will not forget about you. We'll always remember Paris. Oh, I guess that was valid. All right, good, I guess. So that's the urea, and that was... Is the proportion just terrible here? I did upgrade it. I may have to bring more urea in, because this seems so wrong. And we have to watch Bodos. Here, we're writing this down. Watch Bodos. Concerned. See, we just dumped the entire delivery on here. And this burns 6 a second? Yeah, we're not bringing anywhere near enough urea in. This is a problem. It's going to lead to cotton gut problems. Alright. I was correct to put that down. I was correct to be concerned. But how are we going to manage this? I mean, it's a fast route, but not that fast. Alright, we're going to let it cook. And more importantly, I got to take a break. You guys stay here. I'll be right back. And back. Alright, wonderful. What was I doing? Trying to get Buddy Bodos working? So we have fuel coming in, growth factor. We have right now, right? We can just steal from here. And this is out of balance, and that's... We have a watch list for that. And so what I need to do is to take advantage of this line, which right now is doing nothing useful. Right? Right, this is the definition of nothing useful, right? So what I'm going to do is we are going to jump this way. I'm not sure what this belt does. And the important thing is to understand that comprehension is an illusion. It is a goal beyond reach. You should not be tied to the idea that you must understand what is going on. You must simply retain the ability to act. This is wisdom, friends. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. And then we're going to read all, and we want to put growth factor on there. You are going to filter on growth factor, and you are going to put 5 growth factor on that. Great, fantastic. Go that way. And we got growth factor sliding down, and we will have growth factor in. We have fuel, grid this, and null gas is here. Oh, this is done. This is completely done. You got this and that, and this is what we're working on, and that's here, and this is now ready to go. Let's just scoop that up. Then we have to actually scoop up all of this as well. Now is probably a good time as any. Oh, and you're done. And then all of this gets picked up. Now put it back, because it might have meant something to somebody. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't be working so close to the Bodos. But such is life, right? No, this is going the wrong way. That's a me problem. There we go. So this is transporting the Bodos spores down to the new Bodos maker. Fantastic, right? And we have yellow cake on the way. I'm not going to move the spores into place until I have everything in position, because I'm really quite scared I will not have... I will blow up, just completely detonate. No, that's not what I should be doing. You should be doing this, and this gets clipped now. I will completely detonate The only spores I have. I need those 5. I need them bad. This has gone really smoothly, actually. This has been good. All right, so yellow cake coming in. It'll be here eventually. He's going to be here actually quite eventually. And now we need yellow cake, the spores we got. That's right there. So we need to put the orange rods, the Mark IV rods, right here. You need to be different. You need to be not how you are. This guy, this guy's got a lot of room. So, congratulations, friend. You're going to get something new. There, orange rods. And I need you to get orange rods. Fuel, Mark IV. And I need you to get 200 of these for me. In fact, I need you to go do that for me right now. Then unload, and right there, 200. And that's easily enough. All right, go do that, friend. Then he'll be back one day, and yellow cake will be here one day. And we have orange fuel rod. Can I just type orange? That would be too easy, right? It should come up. It should have put the word orange in the description so that it would specifically come up in this circumstance. I should be able to search by color. All right, so that's about ready to go. We have 5 spores. We'll put the 5 spores in, and with everything else here, this will go. So we're just going to leave this for right now. And then we're going to wait for these dinosaurs to get back. And once they loop back, then we'll begin again. Good. Cacalic, we were scared to death of bricking, so we were letting this run for a bit longer. I think I want like 2 more of these trees, or enough seeds for 2 runs. We're just going to let this keep going. Paranoia is gripping us. Paranoia / prudence. You decide which that is. Meanwhile, over here, it appears that this is not making any progress. Great job. We're walking away now. Navens needs research. Yadals. Yadals is we have 1. We have 1. How many of these do we need? Why is nothing going? Question 1. How many of these do we need? I think we need 2. And then it gives 5 spores. Yes, we need 2 of these. Why aren't you going, Yadals? We have lots of spores. Why aren't... You aren't going because we don't have enough Yadals. All right, got it. You aren't making Yadals because no wood. No wood because I cut you off. No wood because this guy's in charge of wood and he's slow. All right, this is moving. It's just slow. No problem. Arums, don't got them. Potatoes, finished. Renea, finished. Tech, going. Let's go take a look at what is going to be one of the longest uplifts we have ever even considered. And that's Yatoi LO right here. Nothing has gone. Still 22. It's tied to tech going. This is going to take forever. But that's fine. We have forever. We are eternal, after all. Guars. We have 1 mega guar. Guar. That's just guar. This is guar. Okay, great. Everything is running, right? Yes, this is running. That is not running. Yeah, this is all we need to run. Then it'll eventually go more. Good. And then right here, Grods, still at 3. You got all the time in the world. Don't worry about it. And then over here we have mushrooms, and it's doing great. And over here we have pretty flowers, and it's doing great. No problems whatsoever there. So we go look at animals. That closes out the plant kingdom. Fantastic work, everyone. Animals, Augs full up. Augs bestest boys. Fish being made, question mark? Fish being made, exclamation point. Excellent. Let's look in on that, actually. Fish. Yes. It is going to take time to recover. And it will not be graceful in the meantime. We're making little drops of fish oil, right? So it's not completely dry. It's just mostly entirely dry. And this guy keeps picking up and keeps dropping. And do we have fish backing up? Yes, actually. Okay, so fish crawling out of their abyss. Zapiers needs research. Corlexes, still only one, still going. Keep at it, boys. This is the cheesemaker. Sponges need research. Trits going down south. Let's peek in on that, because I haven't looked at it in a bit. Pretty sure this is completely done. Utterly done. And it's just printed more trits ever so slowly. No problem. Fantastic work. Zillifo needs research. Ulrichs need research. This is Dilmo. It needs research. This is Vrox. And it's just taken forever. And we're getting nothing out of this. It takes forever to get the cocoons up for this to run. Alright, well, keep at it, my friend. Bees need research. Wobbly boys need research. Scrondrix is done. This is Dingritz needs research. Cotton guts. Cotton guts are finished and ready to go. Excellent. I am here to help now. We have made our hero cotton guts. And I believe there is no chance of bricking. Like just an absolutely minuscule chance of bricking. Well, no, it's... I put 2 in, and then only 1 is guaranteed to come back. I could lose 2 rolls, but I have 3 of them, and that's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely to actually brick. Now, the problem here is, of course, I need all new material in place. What am I going to do about that? We need another hero box. Right there. It's you, and then all this stuff I don't even know what to do with. Can't get put in there. Some of it can go in there. Alright. We have to probably put a lot of material back. You don't do this anymore. You don't do this anymore. No, specifically we don't do this. And we don't need any of these mice. Okay. Time to get serious. Time to turn personal logistics off. All you, go in a bin. All of these mice come with me. You're in a slightly different bin. Congratulations. Now, what I'm looking for is to reprogram these guys. We need bedding, Dilmo egg, and Moondrop. Meanwhile, right here, we need Dilmo egg and Moondrop and bedding. Did you hear some common terms here? So it looks like I just have to set this up, right? Right? Like it's bedding, Dilmo egg, Moondrop, cotton gut food. It's the exact same stuff. So I just have to program this guy. Yeah, and these guys just get retired then. I should probably just kind of lobotomize them for the moment. But I have to put everything back. I guess not. I'm looking ahead to the scenario where this like double bricks on me. That would be bad. Anyway, this guy needs to be reborn. Which means you need to be stripped of all your existing contents. Into the hero box you go, and we have just enough space. So, what we need, let's make a plan. We need bedding, quality food, Dilmo egg, and Moondrop. So, what are we doing here? 1 bedding, 3 quality food, 2 Dilmo egg, 5 moondrop. And then we add to that the cost over here, which isn't 1-to-1, because this produces like 5 on average. Wait, it's the same recipe. Oh, no wonder it looks the same. I clicked the wrong thing. All right, that's entirely different. Sugar, quality food, Xeno egg, and Navens. Okay, never mind. So we're upgrading this then with this right here. Understood. Makes sense now. I still have to pull all this stuff out. You have to wander. Give me all your material. Then all this material also into my inventory. Here, let's see how much I can just donate. This is for you. That's for you. That's for you. Hopefully we can get rid of entire classes of stuff. I wonder if this was always jerky or if it's kind of a proxy for something else. Why is no one going? No Grod seeds? That's no Bodos because Bodos is having a problem. It's having a problem with really, we can't get rid of it anymore. That's awful. We're having trouble with growth factor. And if we just glance back, growth factor and urea. Now this is full up, and it looks like a urea just arrived. Yeah. We have a definite problem here. We're going to have to figure this out. We don't have enough urea transport. This is imbalanced because it clearly doesn't need anywhere near this much ash. All right, we have that on our list. Don't pay attention to it, right? See, this guy's stuck. He's coming back. Everything's going to be fine. Don't look at anything. Don't look at anything. Looking is how you gate demons into your life. Don't look. So this is the same recipe. So that's the 50. That's right there. All right, so our number is 4, 6, 16. So we want 3,000 divided by 16. It's going to be 150. 200, 500, 300, and that's 450 moondrops. Does this seem right to anybody? No, that isn't right at all. I can't do math. This is 750, excuse me. So that's half of it, and this is then... Yeah, it's close. All right. So let's reprogram you. You are having a different life. You still need bedding. You're getting not as much, though. You're not getting that. You're still getting food. You're getting more food, in fact. And then you're not getting jerky. So we got to go get Dilmo egg and moondrop. Easy enough, I suppose. Moondrop is right there. Probably should just be using some sort of wormhole for this. I haven't fully absorbed the power in my hands. The other one is Dilmo egg, and that is right there. Load items, Dilmo egg, 300. That could be last. All right, so moondrop there, Dilmo egg there, moondrop here, Dilmo egg here. Right? Right? All right, go and get it. And we have to update this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and good. This side of the equation is now complete. Now we have this side of the equation. And you're going to need Navens, which I have, and sugar, which I have. So we're just slightly readjusting the recipe. We need to, well, we're going to have to do the whole thing over again.
All right, so now we do it again, right? We're just going to completely rebuild this guy and then wind it up and watch it go. Again, it's got a chance of bricking, so I'm going to wait for the dinosaurs to come back. 5 sugar, 4 quality food, 2 xeno egg, 5 navens. All right, so this one's weird. Not that weird, though. So it's 5, 9, 11, 21. Which is just 100. Okay, so it's going to be a mostly empty caravan, but I don't think it matters for this case. This is trippy watching the belts go like that. Anyway, I want you, my friend. You're going to get sugar, you're going to get navens. You're not going to get so much sugar. You're going to get a lot more navens. We don't need this anymore. Now instead you get xeno eggs. Try not to think too hard about what you're doing. And then we need this food. So it's just a swap then, huh? So again, try not to think about what's in your backpack. You know, come to think of it, it's a good thing we took away your higher cognition functions. It might cause you to be very anxious during this crucial time. So 600 there. No, we need only 200 of you. And 200 here. It's a kindness, actually. Lobotomy is a kindness. Also true in modern day. 4. Comprehension is a curse. Comprehension is the active enemy of happiness. Avoid comprehension for happiness. All right, so that's probably okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all this just goes. So, now we have to talk about logic. So we're taking studs out. Studs go into this box first. Good. And go into this box second. Fantastic. And then, oh, don't you go weird on me. Okay. It's probably jammed before. And then we need to take the studs in. Yes, indeed. No, wait, this is... Yeah, that is the stud right here. All right, you go in like that. And this is the, again, like that. I'm not sure why we have 2 of these. Oh, because one's in and one's out. And this is the poop. The little pups get out like that. All right, so that is how the flow works. And you are wired only to want a few. And shouldn't you... This is wired so it only has so many pups. That's the break. There we go. And this has no break because it's the box. All right. And then all these guys can be picked up and transported to the hero bin. If I would have bots on me. And then we have to go put back all this material. Into that hero bin. I probably should have put the sugar and the navens on that caravan. But, okay. Let's go clean up here. I'm not actually sure how we're going to accomplish that. It's a bit of an open question, honestly. We need sugar. Maybe we should take the sugar over to stem cell area. It seems like a good idea. That has a lot of buildings that can house a lot of sugar. Here, take it. There. And then navens and tufer seeds. Not really sure what to do with either of you. Just go shove it back in the whale. Here. Notepad, you may be dismissed. Bodo's just arrived. That's good. And now it's gonna completely drain out. That's great too. There's no one waiting, so it's okay. God, it looks so slow. We're not much slower than we used to be. So we can take comfort in that, I guess. You feel comforted, right? It could be worse. All right, Navens. We're kind of low on Navens. Coming soon to a trouble near me. And then somewhere we have dried grod, which I'm pretty sure is in the 5 stack, right? Do we have Nexelit? Oh, it is in stock. Okay, good. So we have satisfied current dried grod, dried grod, dried grod. All right. We have successfully upgraded cotton guts, and we will be extremely upset if this bricks. It shouldn't happen. The odds are very, very, very low that it will happen with 3 initial cotton guts. That doesn't mean that it's 0. That means, in fact, it's possible to happen. This guy, what are you doing? Oh, we're out of sugar? That seems weird. This is purposefully stopped. That's highly suspicious, isn't it? Sugar. Maybe we get it from Arquad honey now? Yeah, maybe this is how we do it. And it isn't from bones and sweet syrup anymore. So is Arquad honey stopped? Where do we do this? Right there, right? But that doesn't say where we make the sugar. Where do we make the sugar? We must know. Right there? Yes. Okay. This is in fact going. And it just kind of needs to be upgraded, I guess. Sugar? Sugar? Oh, you're just pegged. All right. Do we have the honey? We have plenty of honey. Okay. So we need... Should we just try to do 4 of these to have fewer buildings running? And shut off all the others? Let's try it. How many evaps do I have on me? Enough. Here, timeout, friends. Let's go see if we can do something interesting with this. Because it's a very, very efficient process. Just honey and it's kind of like salt, except salt is bulkier. You know? Back the other way. It's like the same sort of idea. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to take away all of these. And they're not going to run. They're going to go deep disabled. They should probably not even exist in the world. Then we're going to upgrade these guys. And then the revelation happens, right? We shall revelate in our typical form. Alright, so this is now making 13.2 a second, which is much more than it used to be doing. This is good, I want to say. We'll put in one more. And then the rest of this will just stop, and the buildings will go silent. And I suppose eventually I could pick them up if I ever really care about UPS cleanup. Maybe I should just do that now. But it's going to make the screenshots worse. We can't do that. Sugar. Yeah, it's a bit more. Like 4 times as much more. Yeah, that's pretty good, I want to say. Then Arquad honey's keeping up. Excellent. So, hopefully we got ahead of a problem there. It is a chore of the future we noticed and took care of. Very unlike us. Why do I have even more of this stuff in my inventory now? Why am I being punished with inventory? Can't get rid of it all. Cursed, I say. All right, so this is ready. We're waiting for these guys to come back. It'll be a bit, and then we'll fire this off next episode. Muckmoos, done. What do you? Arthurians need research. Fidai need research. Kamouts need research. Vonixes need research. Numals in progress. Numals underperforming. I had gone out of my way to try to help these guys as much as possible. And they are underperforming. We're only halfway there. And admittedly, we still have a lot of time. But I'd prefer to be all the way there by now. Anyway, Simics need research? Question mark? We're filling this bin ever so slowly. Then Simic. I'm pretty sure that's not only... It's like next tech tier, right? Yeah, it's space science. Soon, no science will be beyond my grasp. All right, we're done. So let's zoom all the way back. Way over to the other side of the base. And let's see if the Bodos dinosaurs have returned. And if so, we will finish off the Bodos arc. Right? Can't wait. Wow, this factory is big now. This is a large place. So, save game. Looks like we're ready, though. Because we're about to stand next to the nuclear reactor. And, oh no. Yellow Cake isn't here yet. Probably because you just have to come. Yeah, just come back. Just with what you got. We should probably put more uranium ore in. But it's not having problems quite yet. And I can, quite frankly, I can get that material if I need it. Alright, so this is not ready. Everything is not ready. We are now done. We've got 20 minutes left. That's awkward. But I guess we go make some progress on the Americium waste stream. I guess that's the plan now. All right, let's go do that. Let's add another segment in. All right, we could engage in further introspection. But I don't think that's useful. Especially since science is going again, yes? Yes, it is going again. But why? Oh, that's a problem. How does this resolve itself? Apparently it doesn't. Alright, hold on. We may have found a reason why Logiscience was the string that broke this cycle. Kind of glad I looked at that, huh? So, days since spoilage has wrecked my base. Once again, back to 0. Let's go take a look. We are spoiling into plasmids. And I was hoping that this wouldn't take from here first. But apparently it is taking from here first. So we have to work up some extra logic. Oh, did I properly gate this? Sorry. Just noticing I haven't cleared these icons, which tends to mean... Oh, I did do this. I just didn't finish it off. Okay. Okay, hold on. Everybody hold on. We need extra logic. So all you guys are blacklisting plasmids. You do not take plasmids. None of you do that. There is only one true plasmid arm. It is right here. It's funny, I've never done this before, with it crossing back and forth like that with long inserters. That's funny. That actually works, doesn't it? We want to put these guys together. And then you got a link in right there. That's bad. That is comprehensively bad. Oh, it's actually in the base. How'd you guys do this? Wait, these guys took care of that. Okay, so our layered defenses actually worked. And eventually... Oh, here it comes. Here comes the rain. Is it my base or is it your base? It doesn't matter. So this is quite distressing because the south base has been peaceful for some time now. And they just attack these peaceful villagers. I mean, that's not right. And you need to be enabled when plasmids are less than 50. There you go. So that way, well, no, this guy doesn't have to... They kind of do, though. I worry about what I'm doing. I worry, but I don't think there's anything I can... Okay, once again, we are back in the era of no personal logistics. Take all of that. And now it's finally going again, and the cycle can begin clearing out. And so we're only going to be using recycled plasmids here. This will be doing the same as before, but I don't think we have the luxury of caring about that at this point. Yeah, it pulls from right there. This goes on the watch list. Watch, Logi, Science. So I'm pretty sure what I did is sufficient. But not totally sure. Alright, let's go put the plasmids back. And then continue on our mad quest for a Mericium stream. I really should just end early. I think I'm going to do that instead. I don't want to start a new project. We're going to go over everything again and make problems for ourselves next time. And it'll be just a bit of a shorter episode. Plasmids are going? Yes, kind of. I wonder... Well, we did just pull a whole bunch of plasmids out of the system erroneously due to spoilage. Plasmids? Okay. See, science has stopped again. And then the rot returns. Yes? Highly suspicious of all this. Alright, we're just going to debug for the rest of this. So it was another episode mostly of just fixing things. Eternal chores, friends. Eternal chores. So, why are we crying today? No cotton gut products. Okay, first off, this is for you and that's for you. Next, why are we stuck? We have no cotton guts. Makes a little sense because we had no Bodos. Because we had no Bodos, we had no flow here. But Bodos are now being made with vigor, right? No. No. Bodos have to be addressed. So, we do that now. Okay, got it. The problem with Bodos is that the whale is completely askew. It does not have the proper balance. So, we have to go fix that up, right? So zoom this way. Are we ready to go here? I don't think we are. We need yellow cake to arrive. Oh, it is. Why is this not... Because I didn't do the thing. Alright, that's going to blow up a lot of yellow cake. It's going to be funny. Anyway, while we're doing this, we get to actually see Bodos in action. Yes, I will save the game. Cowardice? Perhaps. Prudence? Perhaps. Alright, go. Buddy Bodos. Now get out of your way. And there's the one bonus. If it explodes right now, everything bricks. It's going to come all the way up here. And if it explodes right here, again, everything bricks. But this is going to make 6 to 7 spores. And it's just going to get passed back and forth, back and forth. And then we're going to eventually shave them off when... Wasn't this one, and it wasn't that one. Be calm. Be calm. Bodos. Bodos. And Bodos spores. There. And then when that triggers out, it will start removing the better Bodos, and they will go in this box. So the ceremonial procession is almost to the area of replication. Anytime now, grabbed, inserted safely. Beautiful. Still uses quite a lot of fuel. And then get clear of the blast radius, the central blast radius. There. Okay. I want to say we can count this done. Bodos finished. Beautiful. We will return to this before we're done. Right now we have to solve a logistics puzzle. And that's... See, we were out of the urea, and this guy is just flying back. We need substantially more urea. And we do have an answer for this, right? It's called a wormhole. I'd love to put it right here. Oh, I can, because this is a... Oh, you're just going to be retired. You're going here, and you're going here. All right, after you're done with this, we're going to end up with a lot of extra urea. After you're done with this, you go to city center, and then you wait. Forever. So we can't pick it up until this is dry and that guy drops. And just, here, we can help with this. This can just get shoveled out. Right? Because it's needed over here. And it's not like it's going to imbalance the system. It's all just urea deficit. And then we'll do the same thing when he comes back. And then we'll try to preserve this. So that's going to be tough, actually. No, we can manage it. We just have to make sure this pipe doesn't break. Which it does. We're going to have to touch the walkway. Oh, the burden of having principles. Oh, how it restrains your action in intolerable ways. Oh, how principles hurt. Where is this guy? All right, while this guy is coming back, let's review everything else in the world. Let's take a look at vat brains. Vat brains, important. Vat brains being made. Let's take a look at SSP. SSP, stuffed up. Beautiful. Let's look at super alloy, which has been a problem. It's being made. In stock. Okay, great. These are all fantastic signs. And then we look at the pinnacle, the fruit of the factory, and we're not making much at all. All right, so that guy's moving, and this is probably slowed down by alien bacteria, right? No, it's going now. But this was certainly an alien bacteria problem. Yeah, it's very, very low, and no one's coming, and it's asking for more. So that is an open issue, which may or may not be resolved. And the other place where we have problems is, why is this not going? We need more biopolymer? concerning. And you haven't picked up any? We have a biopolymer problem. Will this fix itself? There's always a chance, you know? Oh, this is almost ready to go, and this can be better prodded. This is fish oil. Right. And fish oil collapsed. Only now fish oil is being made again. He says, attempting to will this into the world. If I speak it as so, it is so, right? No, it is not so. Fish is generally being made. No fish is... The fish here is waiting for accumulation, and that is not happening. And so it's backing up, so it needs about like another hour. Or maybe I need to upgrade everything. Let's make a to-do for us tomorrow for that. Better fish bowls. Don't we have level 4 fish bowls we can do? Yeah, look at that. We have make level 4 fish bowl buildings. So we can probably... Here. We have to actually do that. Let's reorganize this just a little bit. See? Better fish bowls, make the buildings. So we'll go make the buildings, and now we'll be on our way to doing this. We should have done it before, but... You know... Stuff happens sometimes. And this is going to eventually... accumulate to victory. Like, hopefully you're not the fish cart. Yeah, you are. Huh, so it's in its current wired position. It doesn't pick up very much. Because fish is greater than 4K. Well, no, it's almost full then. And then it just fills cargo. Alright, never mind. And then fish here is almost full. It's being used. And the fish is pouring on. Okay, don't look at that anymore. Look at this. Think about this instead. This is our actual problem right now. We have many actual problems. And this is one of them. I guess this is what we do, huh? Then wormhole clock, friends. There is all of your urea. So now we want to do this exact same thing. We just want to have it... We're going to leave this whale how it is. It's not going to be super efficient. But hyper efficiency is a ship that has sailed. We are definitely in best effort territory right here. I guess this is what we do, because there's... As it gets more intentional by the day. This was always going to be like this. Now I want you to go right here, and I want you to listen, and I want you to go right there. And only go if you are less than 50. So we have supplemental urea authority here. It will get shoveled out of this box. And whenever this box goes dry, and it will, more urea will be immediately provided. Nexelit isn't full up, which is a little bit worrying. So we're not able to invalidate the Bodos watching. We still must watch the Bodos. Why is it that I see nothing? Why do I see nothing? Are you in tunnels? Where's the other Bodos? Oh, it went right there. Why would you do that? Why would this exist at all at this point? Don't do this to me, guys. There. Continue. Glad I looked, right? All right, this great cycle, this great and noble back and forth, shall continue back and forthing. Where'd that one come from? I really don't understand that. And then that'll go, and that'll go. Okay, good. What was I doing? Does anyone understand this world anymore? Let's check on Yadol's again. Are we at peak Yadol? No. We still need more doll. And then we are making here, yes, yes. We are making here, no, no. No. Not much of anything here, actually. So it looks like we need a bit more fertilizer and biomass on the belt. And I look and I see none of those things coming by. So yes, we need another fertilizer buddy and we need another biomass buddy. Okay, no problem. I will help. So we need a biomass buddy, buddy biomass, and a fertilizer buddy who doesn't get a cute name. There we go. And then we will continue watching Yadol's. Speaking of, no, still just one. All right, what else is on our watch list? Watching aromatics, but I don't even feel like looking at that. I think we looked through everything. We have once again smoothed over the rough patches in the factory. I wonder if we have better bots yet. I want to say almost certainly not. I wonder if it's time to get rid of level 2s at all. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's handle inventory and then wrap up. Have we made better bots? Let us look. No. We have not gone. This guy is stuck on quantum battery. And that's going to be... Yeah, this shaves off both sides. So that'll happen soon. Not soon enough, but soon. Okay, this was a decent episode. Solving the Nexelit issue was quite worthwhile. So you guys go here, and that goes here. Anything else that needs to be taken care of? Mechanical inserters. Ew. Now our inventory is looking a lot better. Let's go glance at Nexelit. Actually, let's take a look at a Nexelit graph. That's probably most informative. Molten Nex. I don't like how it's dipping like that. The only... that might be a satiation curve, because it doesn't crash out all the way to 0. No, the pipes aren't full. I wonder why. I don't like it when flamers die. Right there. Not right there. Right there. Well, if it died, it was replaced. Right there. Oh, yeah, this place is having problems. All right, let's make a note. Maybe I just join this to this area. Yeah, that's what I think we do. Here, join southern, southeast military districts. We shall have a single duke over all. What else am I doing? Nexelit. I was inspecting Nexelit. Why are we having dips? It has to be right here, right? Okay, diesel. All right. There's a reason why we have watch aromatics on our list. We're going to have to go implement a better source of diesel. because this is just too hard on the aromatics. All right, let's go put that in. Implement alternate diesel. There, I spelled it right on like the 5th try. And that's gonna clip an abutting aromatics problem. This isn't going because Renee is going again. That's the only... Oh, because... I don't know. Why aren't you going? No lignin. Why aren't you going? No cellulose. No sodium hydroxide. This guy is waiting. We need more? That's odd. Don't think about that. Don't think about anything. I'm done. It was good I didn't start on anything new. There's too much broken as is. So we did what we always do. We ran around fixing problems today. We finished uplifting and did more uplifting, so that was useful work. And we're just going to continue combing through it again and again until all is finished, or I get bored with it. It's going to be one of the two. That was another ba-boom. All right, there we go. Screenshot. Screenshot again. All right, what have I done? Today was mostly just chores. It was a little uplifting. I considered making more forward engineering progress, but actually what happened was just chores. The big thing is we put in a fancy new Nexelit booster here, which when it runs produces a whole lot of Nexelit. Problem, it's not running. I need to get more diesel biomass to make more, make diesel directly from flowers. But that's going to be a problem because I think it takes cobalt biomass, and cobalt biomass is Renea, and Renea is already under pressure. So I may or may not be able to do this. We're going to try it, though. Other than that, we're going to have to find an alternate way of getting aromatics because that's a bottleneck right now. That's fine. We'll address that. What else did I do? We finished Bodos. Bodos is running. We got Cotton Guts to almost running. Should be all the way fixed next time we do a sweep. And I think that was it. We had a problem with fish and fish food. It has a sharp circular dependency, which I cut myself every time I come in contact with. It's really unpleasant. Don't recommend. And what did I do otherwise? I don't think I really did anything else. It was just running around tweaking stuff here and there, here and there. Science might go again someday. We undid a clog at Logiscience, which was really unfortunate. But I think we did okay. Now, it wasn't a good episode by any means, but it was an okay episode. So next time, I guess I just do again. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.